एवरीवन। सो कल हमारे डिपार्टमेंट में नेशनल सेमिनार होने वाला है 2 दिन का एंड द डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ लॉ University of North Bengal is organizing 2 day of national seminar on this reformation of criminal laws about the new amendment, that is BNS, BNSS, BSA. So there will be a discussion and lot many papers has come. So we will be discussing about the new criminal laws and decolonization of these criminal laws. So 2 दिन का seminar है and I have decided 2 sarees. Tell me which one is better. So first one is this. This is the blouse. So ये मैं day 1 में पहनने वाली हूँ and for day 2 I have picked this saree. This saree also belongs to my mother-in-law. Because for these seminars ना आपको थोड़ा subtle पहनना पड़ेगा. You cannot go with party wear type. So very simple cotton crisp saree goes better. It looks really good. So let's see how it turns up. सबसे पहले day 1, then it comes to day 2. So very excited to host such a beautiful seminar. So see you tomorrow and I'll keep you updated कि क्या क्या हो रहा है, whosoever is coming and how things goes in seminar. Stay tuned. Good night. कल मिलते हैं. सबसे बोरिंग काम होता है सुबह सुबह उठना, नहाना. नहा लिया. नाउ आई एम अप्लाइंग सीरम. साड़ी पहन लिया मैंने. मैं पल्लू लेने वाली हूँ. आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू लीव माई आंचल लाइक दिस क्योंकि दिस इज़ एन एकेडमिक प्रोग्राम, not a party, so don't worry about my pallu. And so I'm getting ready. सीरम वीरम लगा लिया. So मैं यूनिवर्सिटी के प्रोग्राम में जा रही हूँ. So I will not get ready like a wedding guest obviously. एकदम जितना सिंपल हो सके उतना सिंपल I'll get ready. So मैंने बेस में तो क्रीम लगा लिया था, थोड़ा सा ब्राउ टचअप कर लिया. I'll put हल्का सा लिपस्टिक. कैमरा में ज़्यादा ही पिंक लग रहा है. It's quite matching with my blouse. लगा लिया हल्का ब्लश. प्लीज टेल मी इफ एनीथिंग इज ओवर. हाँ, इयरिंग पहनना है. आई डोंट थिंक एनीथिंग इज ओवर. बहुत सटल ही किया है मैंने. अब इयरिंग क्या लगा? बिंदी 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 यही जाएगा. छोटू सा बिंदी. ये ठीक है. ज़्यादा छोटा हो गया. लेंस पहन लेना चाहिए था. आई हैव 2 ऑप्शंस. ये लगाऊं या ये लगाऊं. काफ़ी छोटा हो जाएगा ना. ठीक है, नॉट बैड. मम्मा ने दिया था ये लगा लेती हूँ. So, लड़कियों का गेट रेडी इज़ वेरी वेरी यूनिक बिकॉज हम अलमारी खोल के कपड़ा इधर उधर करके मैं आपको नहीं दिखाऊंगी. इतना सारा अलमारी आपको दिख ही रहा होगा पीछे. नॉट गोइंग टू शो यू माई बेड. और वेल साड़ी तो मैंने पहले डिसाइड कर लिया था बट नाउ आई एम स्केप्टिकल अबाउट द साड़ी. इज इट लुकिंग गुड और प्रॉपर. कल भी है प्रोग्राम. We have 2 days national seminar on the criminal laws, the new criminal laws we have. क्यों आया, कैसे आया? We'll have discussion. What are the good provisions in our new criminal law? So everything is included in this seminar. I think it's fine. अब थोड़ा बाल को हल्का सा सीधा कर लेते हैं. Then I'm ready to go. So my colleague come friend, ulta, friend come colleague, because we were the classmates. We had a special request कि मैं अपने nails सुधार के आ जाऊँ. And I just can't, look after my nails. मुझे बहुत टाइम कंज्यूमिंग लगता है. So I'll put nail paint now so that वो खुश हो जाए. इसी के ऊपर, डोंट वरी, इसी के ऊपर I'll put, क्योंकि अभी 9 बजे मुझे निकलना था एंड ये 9:15 हो गया. सो सीरियसली आई एम रनिंग शॉर्ट ऑफ टाइम. 9 बजे निकलना नहीं था, सॉरी, 9 बजे पहुंचना था एंड आई एम रनिंग शॉर्ट ऑफ टाइम. सो नॉट, हाँ, मुझे कल कर लेना चाहिए था प्लीज़. मुझे ना सब पता है कि मुझे कल कर लेना चाहिए था. अभी साड़ी में लग जाएगा, ख़राब हो जाएगा, एक्सेट्रा. बट very lazy when it comes to fashion. I don't know why. बस भगवान ने ठीक ठाक सूरत दे दिया, उसी को चलाती हूँ, उसी वही यूज़ कर करके आई, चलती रहती हूँ. डोंट वरी, अभी हो जाएगा. ब्रेकफास्ट विल बी गिवन देयर. फिर भी आई हैव टू ईट समथिंग. तो मैं सत्तू पीऊँगी. पेट में भी रहेगा सत्तू एंड वहाँ पे ब्रेकफास्ट कब मिले कब खाएंगे, क्योंकि पहले गेस्ट्स खाएंगे या पहले हम खाएंगे. सो मेनी थिंग्स. डन. सूखने दो. दिखेगा भी नहीं सत्तू. सो काफ़ी लेट हो गया निकलते निकलते एंड गाड़ी से जा रहे थे तो एक वैन खड़ा हो गया सामने. उसको साइड हटाओ, निकलो.
यसको फोनमा खिच्नु न दामी आउँछ त. चस्मा खोल्दियो. एक्टिङ हुनु सुन्दैन. एक्टिङ नै हेर्दा फ्लप.
The program has started. She is the anchor, LLM student. She is hosting the program, and look at this august audience. And this is the welcome song. Enjoy the welcome song. Well, she is the present registrar of the University of North Bengal. And इसके बाद एक एक करके दूसरे भी बोलेंगे. Now let me tell you, he is the current Dean of Art and Science and Humanities and Law. And इनका नाम Guinness Book of World Record में भी है, who has supervised the maximum PhD scholars. And he is also very intellect person of science background.
And former deans of the university also. Honorables, professors of this department, you know, senior professor, eminent.
Now he is the principal of Jalpaiguri Law College and also the supervisors of many PhD scholars.
Was going on. But after that, the new criminal law has come into force from 1st July 2024. But what is the objective behind it? The two main objectives is that is to modernize the criminal law by incorporating contemporary legal process and at the time the technological advancement. And number two is that to decolonize the colonial legislation which was started in 1861, that is the IPC, CIPC.
For those of you who do not know, I'm a product of this department itself. I feel very proud standing here to be invited as one of the guests, for which I feel I'm yet to reach that position, but then I'm sure it's because of the
This ma'am is
connections
the
that I also
principal
enjoy
of
right now as well with
IILF,
multiple
Indian
interdisciplinary
Institute of Legal
perspectives.
Studies.
I have received this honor to stand here in front of my senior professors and all my seniors of the university and my teachers. And also, I'd like to say it is wonderful to see. It's a big, big step that we see today. In the past, when we were here in the department, now a lot of things and facilities are being provided. So I feel you all should feel very blessed and lucky. And I also want to wish you all the very best for the 2 days national seminar, which is indeed, we understand how much of efforts go beyond organizing, even if it's a 1 day or 2 day program. Like I've heard from Sujit sir, it was 6 month trial and tribulation, and lots of trial and error that has happened. A wonderful inauguration session. So I still feel very humbled by the opportunity Dr. Sujit sir has bestowed on me. Uh, Considering the fact that I've also done my research in the aligned areas of criminal law and little related to cyber crimes, so I also feel that I have certain responsibilities to come and participate in the seminar. On the understanding of the topic, what we understand is that a lot many changes have been brought, reforms have been brought about. But one thing we cannot forget that which is because many of our students also ask this question, ma'am, so what about the cases that have already been registered under the old criminal law?
Now she is the gem of this university, and I am proudly, no, I can proudly say that I am a product of Professor Dr. Gangotri Chakraborty, and she is my supervisor. I am no, grateful to her for guiding me throughout my life. Now, without any disturbance, please, please, please look, not look, I mean, listen to her lecture.
I'm a little uncomfortable here because I'm used to speaking in extempore, but the present head of the Department of Law has loaded me with a very heavy responsibility of introducing the present topic and the ideas and thoughts that went. So while I say that I'm taking you to Article 13 of the Constitution, which defines law, also says that all those laws that were enacted by the British regime before they left India will be adopted by India as law so far as they do not violate the fundamental rights that are enshrined under Part 3 of the Constitution. In that process, India adopted the Indian Penal Code, the Criminal Procedure Code, and the Evidence Act. Now that happened way back in 1950. And today we are standing 75 years hence 1950. The society has transformed, nature of people have transformed, jurisprudence has transformed, ideologies have transformed, concepts of rights and justice has transformed, thinking has transformed, and these laws which were enacted during the British rule failed to keep up with the Generation Z. Hence, there was a need to have a new criminal law regime which would keep up with the present generation and the innovations and the revolution that the technological revolution has brought in our country. Hence, we decided we will say this is decolonization.
Thank you, madam. Explaining it so well. Thank you.
I also want to tell you what were the concerns when we had our IPC, CRPC and Evidence Act in existence. Why were we worried? We were not comfortable because we saw systemic delays. Even today, if you look at the climate in West Bengal and across India, for every drop of a hat we are saying CBI inquiry, ED inquiry, and then we start wondering what is happening. Why the delay? Why this is not done? Why that is not done? Why those who were taken behind the bars based on CBI inquiry are out on bail today? Why this systemic delay? The other issue that greatly troubled me and still does is the issue of accessibility. I have done n number of researches in the Grwm Panchayat area and as well as the municipality area, asking people, if you had problem of this nature, where would you go? And about 89 to 90% people said we would try to settle it out of court. Why would you not go to the court? We don't understand the process. We don't understand the language. We don't understand the delay and the famous Darwini dialogue, Tariq pe Tariq, Tariq pe Tariq and Tariq pe Tariq, which is still going on with the CBI. People were tired. They didn't trust the criminal delivery system anymore. That was one of the concerns. Technological evolution confuses us all. When people call up and say that within 2 hours all your phone numbers are going to be blocked. Within half an hour your bank accounts are going to be frozen unless you do this, and then we get panicked, we follow that instruction and we are defrauded of lakhs of rupees. Why is that? We don't even realize that we have been cheated, we have been defrauded. That is a crime. We don't understand cyberspace. We don't understand cyber activities. There was a great need of bringing that into mainstream criminal jurisprudence. We were tired of punishment. How many jails can you build? Given the population of India, I think every Grwm Panchayat should have a jail. For drop of a hat, we go to jail. But we don't want to go to jail. What we want is reformation. What we want is restoration. What we want is rehabilitation, not punishment.
Well, that was a great insight that what new criminal laws are all about. And she is Prerna Lepcha, a beautiful and cute Didi of our department. She is the one of the assistant professors. And look at her, the way she speaks, everything is just cute about her.
Chakraborty for being the keynote speaker today because it is always a delight to hear our ma'am, and she has been the guiding light for the department. Whatever program it is, without ma'am's speech, it's meaningless.
Well, the inaugural session was over and the technical sessions has started. So the entire seminar has been divided in 4 technical session. So जो जिस का पेपर रिलेटेड है वो 1 2 3 4 थीम के बेसिस में they can divide themselves, not themselves, we divide them, and we have been allotted these schedules to them so that they can prepare on time. And I'm sitting with ma'am in one of the rooms so that I can cover few of the lectures, and you must listen to her lecture. And she is very very sound in her subject, and she's one of the senior most Didi we have in our department. And currently she is the assistant professor of JCC Law College, and उन्हें बहुत 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 अच्छा लेक्चर दिया.
Procured through tests like narco analysis, brain mapping, and polygraph test. So, regarding DDT, deception detection test, let me tell you that DDT is something, or scientific evidence is something different from the forensic evidences. Forensic evidence is something procured through tests like fingerprint, blood sampling, handwriting. So, regarding forensic evidences, there is no confusion. But regarding DDT, there are major issues like the constitutional validity. The constitutional validity of DDT in India, and also the results procured through DDT, that is results procured through narco analysis test, brain mapping, and fingerprint, whether these can be called as testimony or statement. And the third one is what is the evidentiary reliability of these results. So next slide. So regarding the constitutional validity, let me tell you that there are a lot of discussion has been made in India, and these are the cases, that is Nandini Satpathy case, DK Basu case, and Srimati Selvi versus State of Karnataka case. In these cases, a blanket ban has been imposed on the administration of DDT, where the person upon whom the DDT has to be administered, if that person does not consent to it, then there is a blanket ban on it. While Nagendra Bala, State of Bombay, Ram Narayan, Ramchandra Ramareddy, and Selvi Murugesan, in these cases, partial restriction has been imposed, but they have their own rationale. So I'll talk about these rationales later on. But in the Nandini Satpathy case was the first case in 1978, which was presided over by Justice Krishna Iyer, Honorable Justice Krishna Iyer. Even though he has put a blanket ban on the administration of DDT, but he has made a very important observation, and he said that the nature of, even in 1978, the observation was that the nature of crime and criminals are being changing, and he has also observed that the criminals are taking shelter behind technology. That is very much written there in the judgment. And then he observed that so the legal enforcement authorities must take the help from the technology. However, even after making that statement, the judgment was that there is a complete ban. I mean, DDT is not constitutionally valid if the person does not consent to it. And Srimati Selvi versus State of Karnataka, even though the judgment was pronounced in 2010, but unfortunately that is the latest and very recent case we have in India regarding DDT. So we can understand what is the legal stand of deception detection test in DDT in India. So post 2010 we do not even talk about that. We are just like, okay, constitutional it is invalid. So it is completely banned. Now regarding the next two, the first step 4. Okay, regarding the two issues, 2 and second and third, that is whether the result speak at all, it only just read the there is a response, and then there is an expert who has to interpret it, so that record doesn't go to the court straight away. Before going to the court, it has to be interpreted by the expert. And also, so that is, and in India there are lots of cases where it has been stated that for something to be a statement or testimony has to be either oral or written. So when a person doesn't speak at all, that doesn't become a testimony or statement. Again, in case of brain mapping and polygraph, no information comes in. It's like, okay, if there is a question where the person is not very okay with that, then there is a change in the response, and so there is no information as such. Only the investigating authority gets to know, yes, there is a something wrong here, and we have to change the course of the investigation by the expert. So expert opinion comes into picture, and Indian Evidence Act section 45 and BSA section 39 talks about expert opinion. Again, a very irrelevant or very lesser thing has been said in about expert opinion. It simply says that a court, while it needs expert opinion regarding foreign law, science, only that much, and it does not say anything that what would be the criteria to decide that that person is the expert in giving his or her opinion in that area. So again, Indian legal system is totally void regarding that. So we have to go to this US American case, that is Daubert versus Mereldo Pharmaceuticals. So I'm just not going through the points where the observations. It has been literally said that the test. I would request everyone to just read those lines written in red ink. So, American court has stated that in order to decide whether that person is an expert or not, these are the criteria. And unfortunately, again, this is the only thing we have regarding expert opinion. So, if it's done, I would be going to the next slide. So I strongly recommend modification or amendment of definition. This is not there, but I'll say the definition of section 3 of BSA, because in BSA, Indian Evidence, I'm not talking about Indian Evidence Act because there were loopholes. In fact, BSA, it does not. It only in the definition of evidence in section 3, it only focuses upon the electronic records and digital one. It doesn't talk about scientific evidence and forensic evidence. So I think there was one presenter who said that if a particular thing is not being mentioned properly in the act, there is a void, and then again we don't talk about it, we just completely shut off. So that cannot happen. Section 3, in section 3 there has to be a proper categorization of scientific evidence and forensic evidence. And also this section 27, I think, and I suggest that section 27, the previous section 27 should be incorporated. The part which has been omitted, that part should be taken into account, because there it was stated that a part of the information is relevant and the police can take consider the part of the information if it is that is relevant. So I think that should be there. And I strongly feel that the rationale given in Ramachandra Rama Reddy case is justified, reasonable, and where, and following the observation of Justice Krishna Iyer, that now criminals are expertise in their own area. So when criminals are taking shelter behind the technology, we also must take the help of the technology, and the criminals crime, the nature of crime and criminals have been changed. Yes. So, so this rationale should be taken into account by the Supreme Court. So, thank you.
Well, मैं अब आपको अपनी रूम में लेके चलती हूँ. That my chamber. This is the corridor. Yes, we are going. And yes, this is my room. यहाँ पे मेरा नाम भी लिखा है, डॉक्टर सुपर्णा बंदोपाध्याय. कम टू माई ओल्ड अवतार, क्योंकि सर को बहुत दर्द कर रहा था लेंस लगाने के बाद. I removed my lens. Going back to the hall. I came home and my sweetheart has been missing me so badly. Sweetheart. ये भी रोएगा 2-3 मिनट. Then he'll be all right. मैं उसको थोड़ा ब्राइब करूँगी, खाना दूँगी, बिस्किट दूँगी. He'll be all right. Okay. So the day is over. Tomorrow again, same time, same place. Seminar day 2 I'll be covering. So see you tomorrow. Good night. Bye.